Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Alright, so kita set up baru sikit. I'm doing a standing punya, I'm standing up because why not? Sitting down is hurting my back. So, alright, kita sambung the ULANGKAJI of 3 tips jodoh lambat kerana duit. So, welcome back. Selamat datang, selamat malam, good evening. Alright, kita sambung balik dengan my friend Dr. Syed Adam Al-Habshi. Okay, we had this discussion 2 weeks ago. So kita ulang kaji supaya kita tak lupa, insyaAllah. Supaya dapat lebih manfaat. So, alright. Any sound problem, let me know. If it's clear, type sound good. Type sound good. Type sound good. Sound good. Thank you, thank you. Any sound issue, let me know, okay? Alright, so kita sambung. Saya, Assalamualaikum, Bismillah. Saya nak jodoh Coach Zuri Yui. Nak bantu anda dapat jodoh dengan hal dan berkat. Okay, kita sambung terus lah. Bismillah. Okay.
I've always tell people, and between myself and yang kerja sapu sampah kat tepi jalan, effort wise, I think they work harder than me. Kalau you nak kata dia in terms of mengerahkan tenaga untuk kerja, dia orang kerja buruh ni jauh lagi banyak kerja lagi keras, right? Tapi dia punya the pay is different. So dia bukan pasal semata-mata kepada kerja keras, kerja yang keras ya, tapi it's more about strategic kind of work smart. Work smart and work hard. You have to work hard, but you must also work smart.
I think one of the problem where orang cakap nak kahwin jodoh lambat sebab tak cukup duit. So one of the problem is how much is cukup. They don't plan have a number in mind. So how can you please stress to people like please have a plan, be definite, have a number in mind.
Have a figure and work towards that figure. It's a very simple. Kalau you buat business, kalau you kata saya nak jadi seorang usahawan yang berjaya, you have to ask apa tu usahawan yang berjaya.
It's so subjective.
It's so subjective, right? You nak kahwin, nak cukup duit, how much? How much is the cukup? Kalau hantaran 5,000,
okay, pause and comment. Yeah, usually that's the issue, the problem where sometimes people tengah konon-konon ta'aruf kan, konon-konon ta'aruf, which is they're actually dating off and on or ta'aruf. So what they're doing is and one of the excuses kenapa tak masuk Minang kan, masuk Minang dah kenalan 1 year, 2 years kan, and they call it ta'aruf, or maybe in fact it's actually dating. So usually the girl asks, oh bila nak masuk Minang, bila nak masuk Minang, and the guy gets annoyed that it is dia jadi macam alah nantilah kumpul duit dulu kan. That is the usual scenario that I get, and then tak cukup ni kan, tak cukup. So what is cukup? Put a number. This is something tangible. Put in a number that is cukup. Apakah cukup? 10,000? And Dr. Syed Adam mentioned few weeks ago his friend kahwin 2,000 pun cukup sebab tak perlu buat kenduri kahwin besar-besaran. Yes, walimah wajib. Purpose of walimah, kenduri kahwin tu, is to announce that you are married, and it's also to celebrate, and it announces supaya mengelakkan fitnah. Nanti kan tiba-tiba jiran-jiran or friends tak tahu, and suddenly you are moving in together, and bila dah kahwin? Yang ni what's the word? Cohabitation? Oh dah kahwin. Dia orang tak tahu. So untuk mengelakkan fitnah, untuk jaga nama baik, yes, memang wajib untuk buat kenduri kahwin. Tak semestinya besar. Buat dalam kemampuan kan. Dalam pandemik ni, buatlah lagi dalam kemampuan dan selamat. Alright? So now is a good time to get married and buat kenduri kahwin. You save a lot of money. Okay. But you say, macam mana cari jodoh sekarang? Zaman sekarang susah betul sekarang. Dari apa nama? Dulu pun susah cari jodoh, sekarang lagi dia susah cari jodoh, tak boleh keluar rumah kan. Okay, tak apa. Sabar. Sabar, mengucap. There are techniques that I've been making videos every night, kan, to help you InsyaAllah dapat jodoh. Okay. So, bila you dah jumpa jodoh tu, you know what to do, what to ask, how to assess, nak tengok red flag dia macam mana, okay ke tak okay, nak interview dia sesuai atau tidak, compatible atau tidak, wavelength sama atau tidak, kan. Is this the person who will be a good spouse, a good parent to my children, kan. Alright, so this is preparation. Yeah? Usually people cakap, oh, I'm not ready to get married. I'm not ready to get married. Like, okay, so what are you doing to get ready? What are you going to do to get ready? What is your preparation to get ready? For example, if you are a sprinter, lari sprinter kan, you're on the mark, and then apa nama the guy yang tembak tu kan? On your mark, ready, set, go. Ready, set, go. But I'm not ready. I'm not ready. You cakap. But shouldn't you have been preparing all this while? Kan? The key word here is prepare. Preparation. That's very important. Okay. Kita sambung.
Sekarang kahwin masa COVID is much cheaper. I just have acquaintance, yang kita orang kenal, got married, RM2,000 dah settle lah.
Kan? Yep.
Tak payah buat majlis. In fact, itu pun dia buat majlis, dia buat makan dan dia hantar-hantar dekat orang apa semua. Tak payah jemput orang. Orang pun tak tersinggung kalau you tak jemput orang tu kahwin.
Harap tak dijemput sekarang.
Haram untuk jemput. Better. Time ni lah paling bagus time untuk nak kahwin. You save a lot of money.
Yeah, seriously. Aku pun I keep suggesting people, now is the best time to get married. It's
It's best time.
so affordable. Because I usually tell a story where macam students abroad, they orang nikah, kahwin, and sometimes they just have a bucket of KFC. Sebab it's just to celebrate and to announce that they are married, to mengelakkan fitnah. You don't have to, to spend so much. Kan?
I mean, the difficulty, I think the difficulty of me answering your question just now is probably because ada setengah orang okay dengan cara kahwin macam tu. Ada setengah orang tak sesuai untuk kahwin macam tu. Dia kena jaga hati dia punya parents, because wedding is mostly your parents affair kan.
Yep, true. Very
So you
true.
kena jaga hati parents apa semua. So walaupun dia nak kahwin simple, tapi kalau parents dia nak banggakan, nak berbangga dengan anak dia dah kahwin apa semua, dia kena respect benda tu juga. That is not that's the only way. Cheap way is the only way untuk kahwin. No, that's not right. But if kahwin yang sangat kaya menghalang kepada orang untuk berkahwin, that's not right also. So I find it a very difficult way to find the balance, because it depends on the person and the family, macam mana, various permutation that leads to it.
You know what I did that is so cheeky? Sebab aku nak kahwin, I want it my way. Aku cakap kat mak aku, nak kahwin lari. Hey, jangan. Okay, what do you want? How do you want it? Yes. I leverage that way. Nak kahwin lari ya. Kahwin cowboy. I put on my cowboy hat. This is how I'm doing it. Yeah. Kahwin lari. Okay, nanti I bawa balik tunjuk kat ibu siapa. It's like, hey, jangan. I went to an extreme to get, my middle pass.
If it works.
I mean, I don't recommend you do that. Okay, I know my mom, how to leverage on my mom and how to negotiate with my mom. So I don't recommend you do that, but that's because I know how to handle and discuss with my mom how to get what needs to be done. Okay, and it's up to you. Handle orang jaga hati orang tua perlu wajib kan. And, but this I'm not saying don't tell jangan cakap kau suruh cakap mak bapak nak kahwin lari. No, I'm not telling you to do that. I'm saying this is, I know my mom, I have to handle her differently and manage and communicate with her differently. Okay, I have to get leverage in my negotiation that way. You please do it better. I did know better back then. I did know better. Okay, now you know better. Please do it better than me. Don't scare your mom, your parents like that. I don't recommend it. Okay, all right. So that's what. Don't threaten your parents with kahwin cowboy apa semua. That's just me. That's how I negotiate and leverage with my mother. Okay, yeah. Sambung. It worked for me.
If it works, why not kan? You know your own parents, you know how to negotiate with your own parents lah.
That's how I negotiated.
You leverage on things kan. That's negotiation. Art of negotiation. But if you negotiate tak dapat juga, then I think respect of the parents is definitely high. You have to respect parents. No, I mean kalau kau fikir macam ni kalau mak perempuan tu nakkan something kan untuk kahwin, let's say dia minta 10,000 ringgit for example kan, kau betul-betul tak mampu kan, so kau jumpa tu untuk cakap boleh tak negotiate ke apa semua, dia tak nak ubah, dia nak 10,000 juga apa semua kan. Kalau kau kahwin lari apa semua, kau tak dapat barakah tu, anak perempuan tu tak dapat barakah mak dia untuk nak kahwin. Then buat apa nak go, I mean all out on that. There are various other ways to go about it. Doa ya muqallibal qulub tsabbit qalbi ala dinik wa ala taatik. Oh possessor of hearts. Kalau nak, aku punya style kalau nak negotiate dengan orang is always to ask Allah to win the battle of the hearts.
So just siapa yang baru join tu is just a recap, reintroduce you to Dr. Syed Adam Halshi. He's a lawyer. Yeah, he's a lawyer. He looks young, but he's wiser beyond his age. And I've known him since way back when, long time ago. And he is, when in 2008 he told me dia nak kahwin. Great. And then dia cakap mula-mula dulu susah, tapi bila dia dah pasang niat, dah doa, and Allah permudahkan, get him a new job. He was offered a new job that made things affordable for him untuk kahwin. And at that time when he told me in 2008, I thought it was BS. I thought it was really BS. And apa benda, kalau ada lah, tak ada kan. Macam mana Tuhan nak bagi? Masa tu zaman jahil dulu, tak percaya kuasa Allah kan. And so what happened? My turn, 2012. 2012, I set my niat to kahwin. Okay, ya Allah, niat nak kahwin kerana Allah. Ya Allah, permudahkan. And alhamdulillah, my friend tunjuk aja cari calon ta'aruf cara Islamik kan. Ta'aruf cara Islamik, dan make things easy. And at the same time, and in parallel lah, at the same time, usaha dan doa. At the same time, I was offered a job which was triple my salary masa single, and triple, bukan 10% increment apa semua, but triple. So, and I took the job, and at the same time, it was happened basically at the same time. I met my wife in May. I got started the job in June, tunang in July, and then nikah in October. So I prepared myself earlier on, kan, doa, minta, ikhtiar at the same time, buat semua tu, and then everything just falls into place. Allah nak bagi, yang paling penting kita kena minta Allah. Okay, ikhtiar jugalah, ikhtiar kan. Janganlah balik duk goyang kaki je. Goyang kaki duduk rumah tengok Netflix. It's like, mana jodoh aku? Awak, Tuhan tak bagi aku jodoh. Aku duduk rumah tengok duduk goyang kaki tengok Netflix, tak usaha, tak tengok, tak cari, tak prepare. And cakap, oh, Tuhan tak nak bagi aku cari jodoh. Tak apalah, tak payahlah kan. And then marah Tuhan sebab kita yang tak prepare. Jangan marah Tuhan. Kita kena usaha, kena ikhtiar and prepare ourselves. So, yep, kita sambung.
It's no point. Sometimes you cakap macam mana pun, your point just tak masuk kepala orang tu. You nak negotiate macam mana pun, dia tak boleh masuk. Tapi kalau you dah doa dekat Allah untuk control opponent you punya heart, senang sikit. Oh, better.
Minta Allah lembutkan hati.
Lembutkan hati dia, because dia yang control. Dia boleh keraskan hati kau, dia boleh keraskan hati kawan tu langsung telaga. Tapi kalau at least, I mean one tip lah, doa kepada Allah untuk minta lembutkan hati tu. So
Probably the biggest tip.
Barakah of the parents is very important. Kufu is very important. Kalau unreasonable, then minta doa untuk reasonable kan. Tapi it could be harga tu memang reasonable. It's you who is being unreasonable to say that that is expensive.
Yeah,
Could be juga kan. Apa ni, tak tengok ke aku handsome macam ni, patut dapat 5,000 je lah. Kenapa nak bagi 10,000? Contohlah. Kalau dah handsome macam tu, bagi je lah 10,000.
Dulu nama kau tak panjang.
But you have to be, it's difficult. I cannot, tak boleh nak jawab lah Zuri. Susah. Because you kena tengok from various angle, various permutation to this.
So it's not macam one answer will fit all. Tak. Tapi it juga varies case to case, which is there is the beauty of it. It's because every person is different. Every case and situation and time is different. And yang paling penting, that's why it's important untuk minta pada Allah dahulu. Jangan minta dekat dating app, jangan minta kat tukang jari jodoh macam saya. Jangan cari online apa semua kawan dulu. Itu later. First kali minta ke Allah. That is the first and foremost thing you should do. Okay? Minta ke Allah dan niat nak kahwin kerana Allah. Okay? Bukan kerana anyone pressure you or sebab rasa lonely, sebab nak proof you macho. Macam, oh aku pun boleh kahwin lah. Kan? Aku boleh kahwin tapi aku saja tak nak. Whatever your excuse is. Minta ke Allah dulu. Minta ke Allah dulu. Itu yang paling penting.
Equation.
True. There's different. It's always case by case basis. Kan?
Case by case.
Yeah. And so hantaran tinggi, kadang hantaran tinggi. Kadang hantaran tu kita rasa tinggi. I mean the guy akan rasa tinggi kalau dia tak mampu. So it comes back to it's several elements where hantaran tinggi tapi dia sebenarnya actually tak tinggi, the guy yang rasa tinggi kan. And then whereby the this is one of the possible question that you can put in your soalan bertaaruf. Dalam soalan bertaaruf kan, I mean several videos I've made weeks back. I think 10 videos kot just soalan bertaaruf, taaruf, kenalan, things to ask your calon jodoh kan. After first you assess akhlak agama dia and then finances. That's when you bring up the discussion of when agak estimate hantaran agak-agak berapa kan. Agak-agak estimate hantaran berapa. So this is a discussion you need to have with your parents kan. Hantaran I'm not saying mas kahwin lain, hantaran lain. Mas kahwin itu wajib, hantaran itu adat. Okay, mas kahwin, mahar, dowry, okay, lain dengan hantaran. Okay, so different family lain expectation and this is one of the things that needs to be discussed masa ta'aruf. Kalau initially masa ta'aruf semua okey, dia tengok akhlak dia, dia tengok agama dia okey, and then you know bla 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 lain semua, dia handsome, berjaya, kaya, bla bla bla, tapi hantaran tu dia tak setuju for some whatever reason, kan, uh, nanti jadi the roadblock that you didn't expect. So this is something that you kena discuss with your parents juga. Agak-agak bapak, hantaran you nak berapa? Mas kahwin adalah untuk wanita, pada suami untuk isteri, kan. Itu bukan untuk digunakan for your parents buat kenduri, tak. Itu untuk you sebagai seorang wanita, okay, sebagai seorang isteri, dan bukan untuk digunakan untuk your parents tekan budak lelaki itu untuk buat kenduri besar-besaran, tak. Okay, itu membebankan dan menghalang benda, menyusahkan benda yang halal. Okay, so discuss this with your parents. Ni kena discuss. Kalau tak discuss nanti stuck the discussion with your calon jodoh tu, nanti it will stuck in the middle of the road and then susah nak proceed. So best you discuss these things with your parents juga. Okay, sekufu is very important. Sekufu, orang Jerman cakap compatible lah. Compatible tu bukan, it's not just personality, dah kahwin, aku dengan kau sesuai, you know, we can roll.
No. Kufu is intellect level, family, social status family. Kalau wife tu dah biasa ada maid, then the kufu is that you have to provide maid. Kalau wife tu tak dah biasa naik kereta, then you kena provide car. Tu baru kufu. Because kalau you dah motor, dia naik kereta, then dia yang kena waive dia punya ride.
True. Yep. So, yalah, obviously akulah maidnya sekarang.
Aku cuci botol tu. Aku marah anak aku. Berhentilah minum botol, penat aku basuh. Susu botol minum dah cawan tak boleh ke?
Okay, so recap balik tips. One is one of the nak kumpul duit, plan ahead, have a definite number. Satu, kan? Because kalau duk cakap begai macam sembang kencang je, oh nak kahwin, tapi don't have a definite number, tak ada goal, no actual goal.
Itu red flag lah. Kalau dia tak boleh nak letak number, maknanya dia stalling.
Kan?
Yeah,
stalling. Stalling is a huge burden usually on women. Women bagi tahu practically every day I get this message where they say like, oh, kami tengah discuss nak kahwin, dah lama berkenalan, tapi dia cakap tak ada duit, kan. Either one, okay, he's stalling sebab dia tak serius. Two, he's stalling sebab dia tak sure dengan you. Three, he's stalling, he's waiting for something better to come along, someone better to come along. Okay, these are the possible things that's happening. Four, he's stalling because he doesn't have a plan, doesn't have a vision, doesn't know how to plan, just changes. Five, he's stalling because he doesn't know what he wants exactly or how to address things, the problem, kan. So, okay, and these are various possible reasons that he is stalling, okay, and they're stalling, but in any case, his stalling is taking up your time and your life and your youth, waiting for this guy to actually have a plan, to actually masuk Minang, to plan bila nak masuk, nak nikah dan sebagainya. I don't want you to waste time in your life, okay? Please don't. Because usually, most of my time is to console sisters yang actually is recovering from a relationship or ta'aruf or dating yang dia perkenalan, kan, to slowly forgive yourself, to forgive herself, minta ampun pada Allah dan minta Allah tunjukkan ke jalan yang lurus, and to slowly to not slowly but to quickly move on, then. And these are the strategies that we share on Sunday morning punya coaching with a special group of sisters. And macam malam-malam ni I buat free online, yes. But on Sunday mornings I coach one by one a group of sisters, ladies. So everyone has to participate. Those are workshops, group coaching workshops. Malam ni is just I'm sharing with you what to be aware of, what to be concerned about, and all that. Okay, and that group is free for now. Pada orang yang serius nak kahwin saja, nak masuk group tu, you have to give a donation, not to me, but to any other NGO or organizations that you trust. Just give me the receipt. I just want to know that you're serious. Okay, and nak you permudahkan rezeki you. Jodoh itu juga rezeki, kan? You bagi donation, Allah murahkan rezeki you, and easier for me to help you, insyaAllah. Okay? So, yeah, it's not that I'm tired of consoling women. I'm not saying that. Yeah? But I'm saying that it happens so much. And this is one of the most common mistakes that men and women do in their, I think, for lack of a better word, courtship. And I hope that I'm doing this every night. I hope that you avoid these mistakes. And one, takut you blame Tuhan. Second, I takut you trauma untuk kahwin, kan? Dan terlepas nikmat dan berkat perkahwinan. Three, I takut you cakap, oh Zuri tak tolong. Coach Zuri ni kan, oh malam pakai vest je, handsome. Okay, kena handsome. Kan, tak tolong pun. I'm trying to help you, but you have to, put your ears on, listen, and sharing pengalaman, ambil iktibar daripada kesilapan orang lain, kan. If you are having such difficulties, let me know. WhatsApp to me. I'll give you my WhatsApp number at the end of this show nanti. And let me help you. Because every situation, every person have their own unique circumstance. And I try to help you, insyaAllah. But you have to talk to me lah. Let me know what's going on. Okay? Alright, cool. Kita sambung.
Dia tengah buying time. Then reflect lah. Kau betul nak kahwin, discuss lah berapa jumlah. Okay, kalau kita nak kahwin sekarang, kalau you nak buat bisnes pun macam tu juga. Nak buka kedai, okay, berapa modal nak beli meja, nak beli kemah apa semua. Berapa modal nak beli bahan mentah untuk nak start buat apa semua. You kena tahu you punya stock, you punya cost, you punya macam mana nak jual apa semua. Semua costing. Sama macam nak kahwin. Berapa jumlah cost dia apa semua. Lepas kahwin, macam mana dengan kos perbelanjaan seterusnya apa semua. You sanggup share you punya gaji dengan I, kan? Maybe for you tolerate I untuk a certain period of years. Let me work my way so that once I reach a certain level, then you boleh relax and jadi tai-tai kat rumah. Then these are the plan. You have to plan.
Itu semua kena bincang sebelum kahwin.
Oh, wajib. Wajib discuss.
I mean, one of the concerns and one things I always try to stress to the ladies especially, you have to discuss these things. Kena tanya. All these
Set the
things
expectation right.
Yeah.
Set the expectation right. You don't want the situation where mismatch of expectation. Habis lah.
If you have any assumptions, don't have assumptions. Don't assume anything. Write it down. Anything that's concern you, anything that you expect, write it down and discuss it. Don't assume anything. Bring it up. Nanti before it's too late, you dah lama kenalan dengan that person, and then cakap, hey, we didn't discuss this before. Oh no, I don't want to have kids. Contoh, kan? Suddenly the other person cakap, dah tengok akhlak dia best, apa semua, bla bla bla. Duit ada, dah boleh kumpul, bla bla. Tapi last dia cakap, oh, I don't want to have kids, but you want to have kids, kan? You want to have kids, and it's only natural. But how come we didn't discuss this? uh, crap. Tiba, no, this is a deal breaker. Kan, this is a deal breaker. Tak boleh lah. And maybe find, list down what is your deal breaker. List down what is your deal breaker. Uh, you need to know what you want and what you don't want. This negotiation, this get to know, is to know whether the other person is able to deliver what you want and to know whether you can deliver what the other person wants. So, list down what are deal breakers, like things like this. Oh, you want kids? No polygamy. Yes, okay, polygamy. Yes, no, maybe depends. Not sure. You better be sure. These are the things to discuss. Polygamy is one of the things that people susah nak discuss, takut nak discuss. Tanya je. Tanya. And see where his or her minds is at. And um, yeah, I mean, I've gone through so many apa ni, soalan ta'aruf, but almost no one dares to ask about polygamy. Especially women, takut nak tanya pasal polygamy. One, takut dia terfikir pasal polygamy, then dia nak polygamy. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. If it's discussed, then it will be regulated. If it's not discussed, it becomes an assumption. Then the other person would think that should be okay, should be not, and surut, and then tiba-tiba you ada madu. So discuss it, okay? Jangan takut discuss. If it's important to you to be discussed, if it's polygamy is a matter of something important to you, discuss it. Discuss it. Nanti you don't want to be surprised with these things. Of course, we all like surprises. Of course, the surprises that you want, the surprises that you want, like a box of chocolates, breakfast in bed, blah, 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 blah. But these are not the type of surprises that you want. Betul. I tell you, don't be surprised with these things. This is life-changing type of surprises. So you don't want these kind of surprises. You want the right kind of surprises, like breakfast in bed, that kind of thing. And speaking of breakfast in bed, one of the application I got for nak bantuan cari jodoh, what she wants is every day she wants to be treated with breakfast in bed. Like, okay, fine, you can get that at a hotel. Why not? And a hotel can give you that. But where are the values that you want in your spouse? A breakfast in bed? Yeah, hire a maid, hire a chef. Go to a hotel, you get breakfast in bed. Order breakfast in bed, right? But the important things like values, akhlak, agama, children, how to raise children, finances, how come these are not discussed? We just want breakfast in bed. What if he's a drug dealer, but he gives you breakfast in bed every day? Can. I mean, why not? So know what you want and know what you don't want based on values. Your values matching with his values. Okay, it's about value matching. All this ta'aruf is about value matching and whether your values are compatible or not. So, when I give things like this, check out, ladies, please be serious. Bukan nak marah, tapi I am terkilan. Is that the word? Terkilan. That is that what you are most concerned about? Okay je. I want breakfast in bed. Go to a hotel. Go to a hotel. You should get breakfast in bed. Order. Just call morning and I want breakfast in bed. Oranges, omelette, 7 a.m. Contoh. But paling penting are values, akhlak, agama, iman, how parenting styles, parenting technique, communication technique, the 5 languages of love, Quran, Sunnah, things based on your values and his values. Okay? Discuss these things, please. Please, please don't. Nanti, if I, when one day nanti I get a chance to introduce you to a person and a potential jodoh, calon jodoh, and then all you talk about is what type of breakfast in bed with this guy, and this guy have vetted that he wants, he's thinking about children, financial planning, blah blah, and the only thing you bring up is breakfast in bed. Di, uh, uh, malu I, I yang malu, kan? It's like, Brother Zuri, is she alright? Kang, dia tanya, dia tanya I, what do you mean? Yeah, she only talks about breakfast in bed. Maybe that's a no. I don't know. You ask her. Okay. So a man also wants a serious relationship, but you have to show that you are seriously wanting a serious relationship as well. Okay. Uh, maybe breakfast in bed is somewhere down the questions. Of course, you start soalan ta'aruf with things like something like things like macam tu, who is icebreaker questions lah, icebreaker type question. Who is your favorite actor? And contoh, okay, why there's a value in that question is because one of your favorite actor is because you like that person. And what his sister mentioned, she likes Keanu Reeves, contoh. And I ask her, why do you like Keanu Reeves? Oh, because he's nice, he's humble, he's polite. You see, this is the value that you like in a person and in yourself. It's something that you value. Oh, yeah, that's true. We like people who reflects our own values. Betul tak? We like people who reflects our values. And it's not about Keanu Reeves, kan? It's not about Keanu Reeves or actors, but it's about the value that we see in the other person that we value. So it's about values. Remember, always goes back to values, akhlak, agama, iman, and it's just an icebreaker. And then talk about something broad, and then next meeting, ask something deeper like financial questions and deeper things, more serious things. Okay, boleh? Right, kita sambung. Kan? Baik. And yeah, kena tanya. I mean, the concern of the ladies biasanya dia orang takut nak tanya these questions is because nanti dia takut dengan number tu, or dia takut dia lari lah. So the guy lari kan macam mana?
And he's not good enough lah.
Exactly.
That's a red flag.
That's what I keep trying to tell them. It's like, okay, then he's not your match. Then say Alhamdulillah. So the next time, next
Move on.
one, move on.
Yeah.
Next one will come, inshallah. Yes, definitely.
Kita susah Zuri. Pasal apa? Pasal kita dah kahwin. Memang susah nak explain dekat orang yang tak ada jodoh. Sebab orang yang tak ada jodoh, dia akan kata, kau apa tahu kau dah kahwin. Orang belum ada jodoh lah.
We've been through that, kan?
Tapi we were lucky.
Not luck. Okay, kejap. Okay, so I've made a lot of crazy, stupid mistakes. Crazy, stupid love mistakes. Crazy, stupid love. Isn't that a movie? Crazy, stupid love mistakes. Okay. I've been burned. I've burned back and forth, blah, 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 for 10 years, cari jodoh the wrong way. All right. And those were my mistakes. So I'm not saying that I'm better than you. I'm sharing with you the mistakes I made and how I've improved based on what I learned dari ilmu cari jodoh, cara ta'aruf yang halal dan berkat, insyaAllah. So I'm not saying I'm better than you. I'm saying that daripada ilmu from my mistakes, I've learned from my mistakes, which I'm sharing with you supaya you tak repeat my mistakes. And ilmu daripada klien-klien yang pernah kecundang, I'm sharing with you supaya you dapat iktibar and skip those mistakes, and how I got myself out of those rut and how I help my clients out of those rut is what I'm sharing with you. Okay, but of course based on Quran Sunnah lah kan. Otherwise, what's the point? Betul tak? Of course based on Quran Sunnah, cara yang disyariatkan. And not many people agree or like it or comfortable with it, because the truth is usually uncomfortable, and and the non-halal way seems like more fun, betul tak? And there's a lot more messaging out there that saying that the non-halal way is more fun, and this is the way, more liberal, more secular, blah 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 blah. And there's no such thing as completely secular. There's no completely secular country or practice. Nothing. That secularism is a completely different discussion. I think I've had a long education what is true pure secularism, but that's not a topic for tonight. But um, but the point here is, I've made mistakes, crazy stupid love mistakes, and I hope that you avoid it. And I'm sharing with you how to avoid these mistakes. Or if you're still in the middle of these mistakes, please listen up, please, so that you will move forward fast. Okay, boleh. All right. So kita continue. Allah bagi, kita minta ke Allah. That's the difference.
I mean, if you use that line, my counter argument is, you think kalau aku belum kahwin lah contoh, you think don't ask from Allah?
Okay.
How are you going to respond that?
Fair enough.
So
aku doa apa?
Aku pun doa agak. You think you're better than me? This is very sensitive. Jodoh ni is a very sensitive punya point kan.
Very bro.
And your effort is commendable because you are trying to match people, orang yang ada needs, and orang yang two people who are looking for each other. Kau macam bank lah. Orang ada duit nak simpan extra money, nak simpan kat bank. Orang yang perlukan financing pergi kat bank, so that dia boleh matchkan the surplus and the deficit you need. So macam-macam kau, which is commendable thing. Cumanya is that I think your stok lelaki you kurang kan?
Yeah, I freely admit it. Memang stok lelaki orang kurang.
Stok lelaki kurang. Pasal lelaki lagi tua, dia lagi mahal. Perempuan dia punya society punya pendapat, lelaki lagi tua lagi mahal. Perempuan lagi tua, dia punya yalah, dia nak mengandung lebih banyak apa semua pun berkurangan apa semua kan. It's common lah macam tu, which is a problem.
It is a problem. Ageism. Maybe I should rebrand also, or to Jodoh Bank. Jodoh Bank.
Bank Jodoh.
Bank Jodoh. Do I have to apply to Bank Negara for that?
Maybe Securities Commission lah. Ini under Islamic Capital Market lah. Sebab you nak build human resource kan. Human capital. Dia under capital market lah.
Kena berita dengan HRF sekali. Okay. So, guys, one is have a definite number and plan towards it. And don't just sembang kejang, have that number, plan for it lah. But before having that definite plan, definite number, bincang dulu between pasangan jodoh tu. It's like how much do you expect untuk perkahwinan dan walimah apa semua, hantaran dan sebagainya. The majlis walimah dan perkahwinan. What is the expectation lifestyle?
I think if you get the right hierarchy in, macam contoh bila Nabi cakap first look for agama kan. Second you look for can't remember the sequence lah, but the wealth, the family, the lineage, those things, and beauty. Kufu is also part of that. I mean, not mentions. I'm not sure they mention atau tidak, but kufu is one of the item lah. But ultimately, if you look for deen, then you will definitely be. You look for religion, then you definitely hit the jackpot. But it's the problem is that we I don't know. I don't even know how to solve this problem, but it's a big problem, which is
Ini because there's society punya expectations sekali tau. Parents punya
betul.
expectations,
Parents
society.
expectation. Orang tu pun mungkin dia punya standard terlalu tinggi. Dia kena lower down dia punya standard.
But I usually advise standard of lifestyle, standard pasangan tu jangan low. But lifestyle tu is up to you. As in macam okay, pause and comment. Alright, so standards just apa ni comment selingan. I was discussing with a sister the other day, and she said that her parents walaupun tak mampu still want to have kenduri dekat Dewan Perdana Felda, the new one, the big one. It's like and I ask, one, do they have the budget for it? No, tak mampu pun. Nah, nak buat dewan nak buat kenduri kahwin kat situ. Okay, first tak mampu. Second, I mean, in this pandemic, how are you going? What's the use of buat kenduri kahwin kat situ besar-besaran? So, yep, doesn't make sense. So I'm just asking questions here, kan? Like, okay, tak mampu. Satu, tak mampu. Dua, it's not practicable to buat kenduri kahwin dekat Dewan Perdana Felda at this juncture. And I asked why does it have to be at Dewan Perdana Felda? And so basically because her cousins semua kahwin dekat situ, kenduri kahwin dekat situ, nak jaga status. So, so this is one of the challenges that I think not one person goes through. A lot of people go through. Parents yang menyusahkan, melambatkan sebab nak jaga status walaupun tak mampu. Kalau mampu tak apa, silakan, kan, in moderation. And kalau mampu tak apa, teruskan, you're celebrating and in moderation. Of course, I have a lot of my clients yang memang mampu. It's like a lot of kenduri kahwin of my clients, I went to their kenduri kahwin. It's like I didn't know who their parents were. I just know my clients. I didn't look that far, but that back then lah. But then kenduri kahwin, oh, so and so is your father, so and so is your mother. What? So these are people yang mampu, and I know their parents' names because they're prominent people, and because dia mampu. So tak apa, tak salah buat kad Dewan Perdana Felda kalau mampu, and they have to in a way jaga status. Fine, that's because dia mampu jaga status. And so buatlah seikut yang mampu, kan. This is one of the hardest things to negotiate, which is with your parents. I have not consulted many parents, just very few parents, on please make it easy for your daughter untuk kahwin, please make it easy for your son to kahwin. Not many parents I've negotiated with this. Not many I have to, because usually the parents I talk to are really people yang yang mampu. So mampu buat besar-besaran at this kind of places lah, kan. I myself did not kahwin dekat Dewan Perdana Felda because one, tak mampu. Second, I did not want to do at Dewan Perdana Felda, and I really wanted to do it dekat rumah anak yatim that I volunteer with at masa tu. So, and because why? One, I wanted to do it there because I want the kids to enjoy and participate in my wedding. Second, they loved it. They loved participating, and kemas-kemas rumah apa semua. Uncle Zuri nak kahwin, Uncle Zuri nak kahwin, kan. And then they perform. They volunteered to perform untuk Uncle Zuri nak kahwin. It's like and they perform special songs and gamelan dan sebagainya. It's like and then I told my friends, it's like my friends yang all my friends, hey, I'm getting married, kenduri kahwin dekat rumah anak yatim Titi Kasih kat Titi Wangsa. So and then who would, and I asked my friends, a lot of them are in the catering business and, you know, these kind of things. So they said, hey, boleh tak my friends are cakap, hey, can we open a candy stall or candy, you know, candy corner? Please, by all means. They wanted to participate and chip in to make the kids happy. And I'm happy that I didn't have to pay for that. They volunteered to do that at their own cost. And and the kids, paling penting sekali, the kids were so happy to celebrate. That was the key thing. And people datang, apa ni, tetamu datang, even though I don't think I got as much salam kaut, if you know what I mean, as much as I would if I did it at a big hall. But I'm happy that, you know, half or most of what I should have gotten went to the kids. That's why I'm happy. Orang datang sedekah kat rumah yatim. Orang datang sedekah kat rumah yatim. Maybe 1/3 I get. Maybe kan. So that makes me happy. And I'm not saying that you have to cari rumah anak yatim. I'm saying there are alternatives which are different and that you can do. Okay, there are alternatives, and yang boleh lagi more better that makes your parents happy. So of course your parents want to jaga status. At the same time, how can they jaga status at an affordable level? Can How can they jaga status at an affordable level? So that was one of the ways how I read my mother's mind. It's like, you know, dia nak jaga status. Yes, parents kan, people of past generations, everyone want to jaga status, jaga air muka. And uh, dia nak jaga status, my mother nak jaga status at the same time. And how to achieve that in a different way. So try to empathize your parents. Dia orang nak jaga air muka. Old-fashioned people nak jaga air muka this way. And try to do it. Jaga air muka your parents while within an affordable range. There are alternatives such as what I did, contoh, okay? And especially now, pandemic, tak payah buat kenduri. Okay? Alright, cool. Kita sambung. Because you're intelligent doesn't mean you have to bodoh-bodoh.
Oh no,
No, definitely not.
never. I disagree entirely that you need to be to ni yang Prof Mohaya punya issue tu lah.
Yeah.
You know, of course, I disagree that. I mean, I'm not talking about what she said. I think in her context is totally different. I've written something about it. What she said, what I think I understood from what she said is not you kena bodohkan diri you untuk dapat pasangan.
Yeah. Setuju.
But and I if that was the case, I wouldn't have agreed, because you need to match you punya intellect dengan your spouse.
Yes, true.
You must kalau you punya intellect tak click, you gonna have problem. You know, you need to kufu lah.
Kufu, compatibility, intellect, kufu. So
Once
kufu.
dah tangkap, you nak manja-manja dengan cara tak tahu buat ni. My understanding of what she was saying is that manja gedi macam tu. It's not about lower down so that kufu tu tak serasi, because you should never compromise on your kufu. So lowering your standard is because what I'm saying when I say lower your standard, it means if you think you are too high of yourself, to think too highly of yourself, that's when you need to lower down untuk you sama level dengan kufu you. That means you overvalue diri you lah. You tak boleh undervalue, you tak boleh overvalue diri you.
So the key point was humility lah.
Not humility. Humility means you are being humble, but you recognize your value. I don't think when you say humility, it means, I mean, I'm smart. I know I'm smart, but
Okay, so usually the case is, unfortunately, even smart women make this mistake. You don't think highly enough of yourself. You're smart, but you don't think you have much value. Why? Why? I mean, I'm counseling, consoling so many women young of has PhDs from coming from hard knocks, okay, and having PhDs. That shows you're tough. You can shows that you can focus and achieve out of your own condition, okay, but you don't recognize your own esteem. You don't recognize your own value. You have value, but you not looking at yourself at the value that you should value yourself. Can you don't recognize your own value? That's the problem. That's usually the problem that most I notice men and women also lah. You have you don't recognize your own value. You have such high value, intelligence, intellect, and kindness. And I see so many resumes. You like to volunteer a lot of things. You have a doctorate. You help people with zakat. You help people with so many things. You have kindness, compassion, but you don't value yourself. You don't see your own value. Okay, why? Why? So that's why one of the homeworks that I give is to tulis surat cinta to yourself to tell yourself that you are awesome. Okay, that is this is, seems like this is the hardest homework uh, I've given because I've read comments cakap, coach tak biasalah telling myself how good I am, rasa macam malu. You're just writing this to yourself. You're just writing this to yourself, reminding yourself that you are hardworking, you have such and such qualification, you've endured so much, and to get where you are. And my clients also yang at a C level of a bank, uh, a, a bank punya COO ke CTO, something like that. But doesn't see her own self worth. That is sad, and it's hard for such person to write a love letter to yourself, reminding yourself that you're awesome. That's why I'm always pushing, still pushing for you to tulis surat cinta to yourself, a love letter to yourself. I know it's tough for you to tell yourself that you're awesome and rasa macam I cannot lah. I don't think myself that way. Hey, work hard on it. Work hard on yourself first. Okay, then for if you want to invite love, love yourself first. That is what I try to tell people every night. Love yourself first. It's not narcissism. Self love, self empathy. It's not self narcissism. Lain. Self love is appreciating what Allah has given you, what Allah has uh, given you and tested you because Allah loves you. That is what this is about. This is what this homework is. Ramai lagi belum buat hantar homework ni. I know it's tough. Try to tell yourself that you are awesome. Write it in a grateful way that Allah has given you and sent you this far. You've made it. You've achieved this much. Okay. Be grateful for Allah what give you. If you don't appreciate what yourself that you have, then you're not grateful to Allah for what Allah has given you. Setuju tak? Setuju tak? Okay. So, okay. So actually, okay, kita sambung. Try to finish this tonight.
I don't brag that I'm smart, but I don't make myself dumb. I don't tell people that I'm dumb.
And jangan tunjuk pandai. No one likes a show off.
Show off pula tak boleh. So it's moderation. The kufu, you need to have that kufu. Nak cari orang yang compatible ni susah.
Yeah.
Sebab tu
Jodoh bank.
my teacher kalau dia cakap bila apa orang nak cuba cari jodoh tapi tak jumpa, dia punya argument is very simple. Patut mak bapak perempuan tu yang carikan untuk dia.
That's what I keep saying.
Mak bapak perempuan tu yang kena carikan jodoh untuk perempuan tu, bukannya
tanggungjawab wali.
Tanggungjawab wali. I mean in my class, this is every time he will keep on harping and say it's the father's duty. I mean, we're talking on again normal bell curve, decent family, not a broken family. Ni bukan, jangan pula nanti kan ada orang cakap bapa aku dah cerai dengan mak aku, dia dah, he left us when we were young and you expect him to look. Bukan, not that kind of father, you know. This is a normal happy family. Really, it's supposed to be the father yang kena tu, yang kena cari. So yeah.
Oh, sensitive.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a very sensitive but true. Sensitive but it needs to be said. Kan? Nak kecam tak apalah. I'm telling you the truth. Uncle-uncle, bapa-bapa sekalian, tanggungjawab untuk mencari jodoh untuk anak perempuan adalah tanggungjawab wali, bapa. So, tanyalah ustaz mana pun, this is your duty. And then you nak kecam I, if you want to kecam me, it's like, kau, you know, hidung berhingus, kencing tak lurus nak bagi tahu aku pasal tanggungjawab bapa. Aku makan lagi banyak garam pada kau. Fine. Tanya ustaz, untuk cari jodoh ni patut tanggungjawab wali atau biar anak cari sendiri, kan? Biarlah dia pergi dating ke, boleh ke? Tanyalah ustaz, apakah tanggungjawab seorang wali dalam mencari jodoh untuk anak perempuannya? Tanya ustaz. Don't ask me, already you know my opinion. It's not opinion, it's a fact, kan? So so sensitive, kan? Tunggu dikecam je. So the truth biasanya is always open for kecaman. Fine, whatever, tak apa, kena kecam kat dunia tak apa. Tak nak kena kecam kat akhirat sebab for not sharing the truth. Dakwah is sharing the truth. Simple as that. Tapi nak tell the truth in a manner that people would take action, there is something that I'm learning how to do, especially talking to parents, kan? People in their 60s, 70s, working on that, inshallah. Okay, I want to help you sisters to tell your parents to help you out. Okay, so I'm working on the messaging has to be sensitive and acceptable and palatable. All right, so it's really 10 o'clock. All right, I was trying to finish this video tonight. But there's because this video is just chock full of gems, kan? Sangat banyak boleh dikupaskan. I thought I could finish tonight. InsyaAllah kita sambunglah malam esok. Okay, because money is not just something that's just tangible. It also requires it's also rezeki that is faith. Rezeki is in so many ways, so many forms, okay? And kalau tak minta ke Allah, yang pembuka hati tu pun susah. So, I think we continue this tomorrow night, insyaAllah. Okay? If you have questions, please WhatsApp me. This is the WhatsApp number. Okay? Kita sambung malam esok. And then if you have questions when it comes to money, this is my friend Dr. Syed Adam Al-Habshi. He is happy to join us again, but with a lot of questions. You have to give me questions that yuran you adalah bagi I soalan. WhatsApp me at this number 601-123-899-897, and that's the yuran for tonight listening. And your homework, I'm trying to help you here. I don't have to read all your homeworks, but I'm trying to help you here. Okay, I'm trying to help you appreciate yourself by being grateful for Allah, what Allah has given you. So tolong buat homework ni, tulis surat cinta to yourself. In a grateful way for what Allah has given you. Okay, alright. So okay, insyaAllah kita jumpa malam esok. I have to change diaper. Minta diri, minta maaf kalau silap cakap uncle, kan? And kita jumpa malam esok. And sebelum saya undur diri, kita doa dulu. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya Allah, aku minta pasangan menjadi menantu yang baik pada ibu bapakku, yang disayangimu untuk mendapat keredaanmu, berganding bahu bersama ke jannahmu, ya Allah. Amin. Type amin and say amin. Kita aminkan doa sama sendiri. Okay? Alright. So, dan kau boleh doakan supaya I dapat bantu you dengan lebih efisien by sending me more questions. Okay, baik. Saya minta diri dulu. Ingat, cinta diri, cinta mari. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye. Assalamualaikum. Going off air. Ceng, ceng, ceng.